YouTube? How's everybody doing? This is Vince with Truckers Unite Now. I'm having a bad hair day, but I really don't care. Today we're in Concordia, Missouri. I think we're in Missouri. We actually might be in, we are in Missouri. Okay, so we today are in Missouri. We are probably going to go to around St. Louis. We're going to try to make it to St. Louis. This is the I-70 interstate. Not too exciting, more farmland than anything, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is the great state of Missouri, and come inside a commercial truck driver's vehicle, ride with me for a little while, and see what it's like to drive around America. I love you, trucker family. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the support here on YouTube. I appreciate it. And again, we're in Missouri on the I-70 going eastbound, and I hope you enjoy. As always, I am never touching the phone while I'm driving. I do have a hands-free headset if I'm talking to someone. And yeah, enjoy this view. Have a great day. Keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. Come on. Pretty good. Here we go. AFFTRA, go sign the petition. AFFTRA.org. Oh, have you? Right on, man. Appreciate that. How are you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Anytime you want me to come on a live or whatever, just you can shoot me a DM or tell David to let me know, or I'll go anywhere, anytime. You know what I mean? No, I'm on 70 now. I'm almost to St. Louis right now. I'm going through Missouri right now. Yeah. David, where are you at? Aren't you in Missouri? Oh, okay. What are you on? 80? Ah, man. Damn it. You keep rising. Every time I come up, you go up a notch. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no, we're not going to take a detour. We're on a mission. We are on a mission. we're all programmed to keep blaming the drivers or the business owners, and only in trucking though. We would not talk like this to any other business owner except for a business owner involved in the trucking industry. And it's like a phenomenon to me. Like, I really question, was there like a professional psychologist 30 years ago that was trained to just go throughout the lower 48 states and say paraphrases such as truckers will never unite, it's all the driver's fault, just to kind of get this going and brainwash us into thinking everything is our fault? Because I'll tell you, I would say the last 7 or 8 loads, I have been trying my hardest to negotiate with the brokers, and there is zero negotiating like there was 4 or 5 years ago. It's a thing of the past. It's a thing of the past. See? There's always an excuse to say, driver, no, you can't be successful, and it's all your fault. It's all, it's just trucking. Here's my real question. Why hasn't anybody here called their congressman or senator and gotten involved into this beautiful country of ours so that we don't lose her? Because we are losing her right now. We're shitting where we eat. And what I mean by that is we're bringing in cheap labor. And you know who's really going to suffer is our children and our grandchildren. That's going to be who suffer. Like, I already have my house, right? I already have a $2,000 mortgage. I'll be okay. But what about my kids? What about your kids? What about your grandkids? What about my grandkids? I care about all of your kids and grandkids. Even though I don't know them personally, I care about them. And I especially care about your families way more than I do families outside of this country. You know what? I might be a SOB for saying that. But I don't care anymore. When I hear about $800 million going to Ukraine yesterday, it's like a stab in my liver, you guys. You know, I can barely keep up on taxes as it is, and I got a vet right now that's in a psych ward. He builds F-22s. Actually, he's got 2 daughters. His daughter's dating one of his daughters dating my son, and he's in the loony bin right now. And you know what? They push him in a way as a vet to be one of the 22 a day. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And you know why they push him to do that? Because they don't want to spend the money to get him better, to make him better. They just want him to go away. Hey, thanks for your 4 years of service when you were 19 years old. We've used you up. We've gotten your best years out of you. Adios, muchachos. We don't care about you anymore. So that's my real question, guys. Get involved, please. I can answer that. They allowed John F. Kennedy into the White House, and then he said a famous statement. He said, "That's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country," right? So, all right, who cares about the government? Ultimately, who cares? Who cares about the government, right? Nothing. They've made everything worse. If we don't tell the government what to do, what are they going to do? What is this government going to do? here's the way I look at it. Here's the way I look at it. Well, here's the way I look at it, gentlemen, all right? The government is my employee. They work for me. This is a constitutional republic that belongs to me, it belongs to you, it belongs to everybody listening right now if you are an American citizen. So what you have to do is you have to go to the government and you have to say, now listen up, big boy. This is what you're going to do because I'm telling you to do it, all right? The government does not tell you what to do. You tell the government what to do. So what am I doing? I'm going to DC and I am trying to tell my employees what to do because I'm not so happy with what they're doing. To answer your question, Rocky, hell no, I'm not happy with what they're doing. They're allowing mega carriers to bring in all this cheap labor for a few kickbacks, and it really makes me want to vomit. Like I'm literally vomiting in my mouth when they do that because what you're doing is selling out your own family. You're selling out your kids and your grandkids, and if you don't think it'll come to your doorstep, think again. If you're selling out your country, eventually it's going to come to your property. I don't care what kind of bunker you have. Bunkers have air vents, right? Air vents can be found. So there is no place for you to hide. There's nowhere to go on the planet Earth. You will be found. So I say again, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about the people. I'm spending my time with you guys right now. The people, man. We the people. Yes. Well, where are you, America? Wake up, America. Are you guys okay with all this shit breaking down every month? Like you buy a new electronic and it breaks in a month, you know, and you spend $400 on it. That doesn't piss you off. Planned obsolescence. It's just business. It's just business. No, it's not just business. It's a scam, and it's wrong. Where's the integrity? You know, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Rocky does have a good point on, you know, look in the mirror and Cisco. That is a great philosophy. Yes, of course. Do for. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Well, yes. You know, for the longest time, like I was depressed. Not for the longest time, but there was a time when I was a little depressed, and I would always go to my wife for certain manly problems, right? And she could never help me. And for like 6 months, I couldn't understand why my wife couldn't help me. And I went and asked my pastor, hey, why is my wife not helping me with these things? Like, isn't that what a wife's supposed to be? And this and that. And he goes, Vince, he goes, how many guys, good friends of yours that are men, brothers, do you bounce these ideas off? Do you talk to about these things? And I'm like, none, I just talked to my wife about it. And he goes, well, that's your problem right there. He goes, your wife cannot understand what it's like to be a man and support a family and the pressure and the stress that you have. You have to go talk to another man that you trust in that can also understand the pressure and the stress, blah, blah, blah. And so I took his advice, I went and did that, and everything was great. I felt like I was being heard, you know what I mean? And I did something about it. So again, you gotta go to where the problem is, right? You gotta lean on each other. None of us right now are getting involved. Everybody I talk to says, oh, the government's not gonna do this, the government's not gonna do that. Of course they're not if you don't get involved. They're not gonna do a damn thing. All they're gonna do is enjoy their gifts from the mega carriers. They're gonna enjoy their, you know, $150,000 kickback from Swift to bring in cheap labor if you and I don't get involved in numbers and say, you know what, we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Where's our broker transparency? Where's our shipper transparency? Sick of this shit, man. This is insane. Who's texting? Well, I'm not storming no capital, that's for sure. But no. only if it's in our dreams. There we go. Nice. I like it. degrees. Yes. Ah, now we're talking. Yeah. Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. Well, yep. They're not exactly doing their job, are they? Yeah. Oh, imagine. Right, of course. Chris Spears is going on vacation with his family 4 times a year. Yeah. Yeah. He's not worried about his car breaking down or paying his electric bill or getting his kids Christmas presents, is he? Yeah. Right. Well, we're going to let them know what we think tomorrow, next couple days, aren't we? We're going to let them know what the American truck driver thinks about it. So, I don't know if it's going to do any good. Well, I'll tell you this, I know this. I'm a free man and I have to run my own race, just like everybody has to run their own race. So this is what I'm choosing to do. This is how I'm getting involved. And this is how I'm trying to inspire people. I'm trying to come up with new ideas, something that works. And if you don't succeed, what's that? Okay, well, how great of an exploration that we're not doing well. We have an immigrant of 25 years from Cuba that's an American truck driver, owner, operator, and then we have a born and raised 4th generation American, both at the White House at the same time, saying, "Hey, we are uniting, and we're sick of this shit. Do something about it." I don't know. What's everybody else doing? Just complaining? Like, let's get action here. Come on, y'all. Action. Who is it? Yeah. Wait, who is it? What are you talking about? Okay. That's right. That's what I'm saying. I guess the people haven't lost enough trucks, enough trailers. They're haven't almost lost their house enough times. Well, because it's a $1 trillion business a year and we love it, and the truck drivers are the ones. Well, and that's right. And who does the majority of the work in that industry? I'm not, the truck driver. Well, yes. Because it's by design. It's because over the years, everybody and their brother has figured out cleverest ways to get their hands in the cookie jar. And we out of the kindness of our heart, we allow $5, $10. We're like, whatever, $5, $10. But now it's everything. Now it's so bad. We're getting hit at all angles. It's not even fun anymore. You're just hit at every single little angle. Oh, he's a truck driver. He's rich. Well, not anymore because everybody's taken out of our pockets. Look at paid parking now. It never ends. How can we get at the truck driver? Well, there we go. Yeah, I know. Yep, Need a laptop for 500 bucks? There you go. It's systematically designed to be against the driver because the driver is the most powerful. Okay, don't you forget it. Hey, without a truck driver, what do you have? It says you're to overthrow your system if they become tyrannical. You know that part, right? You've read that part. Do you know that they don't teach that in public schools anymore? Well, why do you think that is? Because if the 99% figure out how powerful they truly are, the 1% won't have what the 1% has. This is true. This is true. No, I'm not talking about a civil war. I'm not talking about a civil war. Why would we want to fight each other? You know what I mean? Yeah. He's everywhere. What the hell is going on? Dude, he's everywhere. What the hell is going on? What the hell? It's not real. Jesus lives. Oh, he's a hacker. He's a hacker, dude. It's not real. It's not real. He'll be back. Watch. I kind of like this guy. Hey, what country are you from? What country are you from? Oh, you're in Georgia? How you doing, man? We need you to help us fight for the truckers in the trucking industry. Will you help us? Yeah, we need you. I like this guy, man. I like this guy. Except for the Hitler shit. Oh, man. I know. That's what I'm saying. He did it perfectly, man. Okay. Oh my gosh. Right. What happened? There we go. There we go. Nice, nice. Well, yeah. Right. I didn't even think of that. How do you do that, Lucky? How do you do that? Just in your settings? Okay. Must be a follower. Must be a follower. So yeah, everybody, please, you know, if you like the way everything is, then don't do anything. But if you want change, we got to go tell our government what to do. This is a constitutional republic. This is not a democracy, right? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take a couple days off. Hey, have you seen Rocky's barbecue, backyard barbecue? Holy shit. Yeah, he's successful. That thing is like a mansion, man. He's got a better barbecue in his backyard than I have a kitchen. Woo! Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, this shit. Compared to what I got. Oh, it's nice. Just look at his video, man. I'm like, wow. Look at that. He does. He does. All right, everybody, everybody, Saturday, 2 p.m., Rocky's house. Let's go. Party at Rocky's house. Backyard party. I've been trying, bro. I know I was... Woo! There we go. There we go. Yep, yep. I bet. See, there you go. See? I've been waiting to get a load over there so I can go see Rocky and go see Jim the trucker. He lives in Gainesville. Yep. Yes. Men have been breaking bread over fire for literally tens of thousands of years, building bonds, bro. Yes. That's not a bad idea. Yes, it's by nature. Yeah. Yes. And now we have a lot of sisters now, you know? Yep. True. You just said something great. That wouldn't be a bad idea to get like 100 guys that put barbecues in their sidewalks, and we have a social media page separately just for that, just for dinner. And remember, now we got a lot of sisters out here too, right? There's a lot of women. There's like 10% of women have come into the industry. You know, they're lonely too. They're going through the same things we are. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Real quick, I want to bring something up real quick. Well, you don't think these shorts are designed to make us just look down? Think about it. We're all looking down at our phones instead of looking up. Even when we're walking, right? We're looking down. We're scrolling. Do you know how bad social media, how bad it is to scroll and get those dopamine hits? I mean, it's just like crack. It's just like meth. It's no different except, I think so. Do you know Australia just banned it for 16 or under? Like, you're only allowed so much a day. We only allow an hour and a half of tech a day. Yeah. I know. Yeah. The weapons thing is ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you should ban anything. Leave it up to the individual. Let the parents do it. You know? I'm sure Rocky doesn't let his grandkids on their iPad all day long, just sitting there, you know. You look at his videos and you always see his grandson tailing along, playing with him, or learning something from Rocky. He's engaged. That's what we need. We need parents to be engaged with their children, you know? Right. Oh, David, I got t-shirts, bro. Well, I don't have them yet, but I just ordered some t-shirts. Yep. It's, well, hold on. It's, my son actually made them. Let me see, let me find his thing. It says join the movement. Truckers Unite Now. Fighting for fair pay, fighting for truckers, respecting the working class, freedom to speak and stand stall. There we go. Well, enough is enough. Something, we're gonna lose it altogether. If we lose trucking, man, we lose our country. Yep. Exactly. Why do you think they made the trucks automatic in 2020? Got rid of the manual transmission. What do you think that is? For fuel economy? I don't think so. I know. I made a video on that, dude. You know how much hate and threats I got from that? I made a video on that about Kenya. Yeah, I got a lot of threats on YouTube from that. Yep. But it's true, they're 400 times more dangerous than American drivers in statistics, and yet they're bringing them over because we have a driver shortage, says the ATA. Yep. Well, watch this Thursday and Friday. I'm going to go to ATA and I'm going to tell them what one American truck driver thinks about them. I'm going to tell them, you're screwing up my country. What are you doing? Yeah, but it's a lie. Yeah, but it's a lie. The truth is, right, the truth is we can't afford to work what those people can work for. That's the truth, because we live here. We have homes here. We have families here. We got to support our families, and that costs a lot of money here in America. Right? I support 6 people. That's right. AFFTRA.org. AFFTRA.org. There we go. There we go. Sam Graves is at the head of the Transportation of Infrastructure Committee. He is a congressman. He is one out of 68 congressmen of the 435 that is the head of the Transportation Infrastructure Committee. And guess what Mr. Sam Graves says about trucking, gentlemen? Guess what he says? He says trucking is fine. Everything is great in the trucking industry. So the God Act sits on his desk collecting dust, which is overtime pay for truck drivers. Connor's Law, which is the English proficiency bill, is sitting on his desk collecting dust. He's not supporting either one of those bills. And shame on him, I'm going to say. Yep. another video here when I get into St. Louis. I'll cut another video, let everyone know where I am. Or I might go a little further. I might wait till Columbus. You know, let people know how close I'm getting them. Wow, okay. I didn't know that. Well, we better do something, man. We the people have to stand up. We can't do it alone. Yeah. I'd like to see their tax return. Yeah. I'd love to see their tax returns. Yeah. Love to. I'd love to see what they're making here. I bet you they only make like 30, 40,000 a year. Yeah.
Speed warning.
Right. Right. Yep. Goalpost is always being moved forward, you know? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's still slavery. People are, and every race has been a slave. So don't think for a second, you know, well, and every race has been a slave. So relax on the whole black thing, you know. That's right. Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's why families need to work together. You know, they train us, 18 years old, get out and get your own apartment. Yeah, right. So you can be a slave too. Wow. That's awesome. That's so Yep. Right. Well, let me say this though. Let me say this. When I was a company driver, I could never save enough money to get it down on a house. But then when I became a lease owner operator and my bracket went up, I was then able to save for a house. So is it that they don't know how to budget, or is it that they're not getting enough money to put away for savings? Now, what you're saying is true. There are a lot of people out there that just spend their money foolishly. Yes, but I think probably there's also a lot of people that they're opportunity to save. They're making less than minimum wage in these trucks, and that's disgusting. For somebody that's risking their life, yeah. Yes, you got to contribute, right? You got to contribute. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. And then if you get sick, we take care of you because you contributed for years. So we're going to take care of you if you get sick. Am I right? Because you contributed when you were healthy. So now that you're sick, we're going to take care of you. But we don't do that. I like it. John Cena just retired. Did you see his last show the other night? Oh man, that was so sad. Yeah, I know. And he's only like early 40s, right? How old is he? Awesome. I want to get that. It's expensive, dude. It's 10 grand. It's worth it though. It works. But here's the problem, dude. Every 10 years you got to redo it again. So if you're going to do it, every 10 years you're going to be doing it again. It's 10. So it's $1,000 a year. It's expensive. I don't have that kind of money. Correct. Yeah, but they'll cover a Somalian that wants to get a sex change. They'll cover that though, right? Yeah. Dexty is sick. Dexty is a sick man. Every day is like a completely different scenery in trucking. I believe everything's good in and out of there for an owner operator. That's a good place to be in for an owner operator. Yeah. Yep. Nice. Noise. understand. Are we really that lost that all we care about is a few people and screw the many? Like screw the many having a job so the few can have a fourth Ferrari? Are we really that evil? I mean, yeah, I know. Just think about all the kids that aren't going to be supported. Get to the point where, we are detecting a little bit of hostility within you, so to protect society, we're going to put you in jail for 5 days because you might be becoming hostile. We notice you're a little distraught. We need to put you away for 5 days. I like the 70s too, bro. 70s and 80s. the upside down pineapple thing, right? Yeah. I just learned that like a year ago. My neighbors had an upside down pineapple. I'm like, what is that? I didn't even know. Hey everybody, I gotta get going. David, I'm gonna circle back around. My wife's calling. I'll circle back around. All right, hey Dexty, I'll talk to you later, brother. It was good talking to you. All right, I'm gonna circle back around. I already am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, later. You too, buddy. You too. Later, guys. Bye. See that. basically documenting everything he says as he makes phone calls. Oh, gotcha. That's what I'm realizing. Yes, yes. They don't. That's why even courts are, thinking twice about punishment because they cannot think of consequences. said, if I could, we might do it on the 27th, 28th instead. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. No, if I don't make it home, we're just postponing it 2 or 3 days. That's all. Yeah, silly. Alright, I was wondering, I was like, what's up is you know what today? Like, dude. Yeah. Hey, Dominic's almost of age to drive too, so you know what I mean? Hello. Yeah. I got work to do though. I got a billionaire to talk to. Makes me think I gotta try something because it's not worth doing this anymore. I work to get ahead. I don't work just to make other people rich. And that's what right. Well, it's mainly for the unity of truck drivers is what it's mainly for. If you want, because we're trying to plan things as almost impossible, right? Everything is around lows. Who knows? Or he could be there doing some work, and I hit him just at the right time. Well, see that? Yeah, see? At least you admit it. Thank you. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, I'll get on these lives, and they'll be like, oh, there's no way he's going to meet you. I'm like, yeah, okay. I go, that's fine, and you're probably right. I go, but don't be that guy that if I do get to talk to him, don't be that guy that said, I supported you the whole time. Just stick with your philosophy of, I'm wasting my time. I'm never going to get into it. Stick with that. I'll respect it more, asshole. Stick with that. I'll respect it more. What I'm really trying to do is unite truck drivers and inspire them to get off their ass and do something. I was just in life, I made everybody be quiet. There was 40-something people in there, and I told everybody, I go, get involved. Most of them. Most of them are owner-operators or small carriers. I know that. And then there's small carriers that are in a different ballpark altogether also. So that's who I'm mainly talking to is the small carriers and younger operators, but drivers too. If drivers got involved and just everybody did a little bit of something to dominate this industry, it's just never been done because, everything is against the driver. And a lot of drivers Punjabi, get out of here, you dirty rag, blah, blah, blah. I'm not for that, dude. If a Punjabi is an American citizen, came here the right way, follows our laws, got a trucking business, supporting his family or her family, I'm all for it. Yes, exactly. Had some respect, had respect of our, yes, I agree. I fully agree, the American way. Yep. Yes. Stop washing your feet in the sink and playing J and, you know, that kind of shit. We don't do that here. You're in our country. We're not in your country. You came here for a new life. You adjust. Yes. That's right. That's right. Now here's a AC/DC CD. Let me know when you're done with that. I'll have something new for you. Here's some Ozzy Osbourne. After you listen to this one, I'll have another CD for you. You know. Here's some Ozzy. All right. After that, here's some Pink Floyd. Here's some Deep Purple. Here's some Rush. You know, soak it in. Soak it in. I was really depressed yesterday, man, and I really am thinking on the terms of maybe just getting a 40-hour-week job, like in a week or something, just the bare minimum. I don't care anymore. I don't care. If something doesn't change soon, like in the next 6 months, so I'll make enough at 40 hours a week. I'll make enough to pay the bills, but there will not be anything extra. There will be no money for anything extra, and I don't care anymore. This is too hard. I can't do this anymore. This is insane. This isn't impressive. No. That's where everybody goes. You're not the only one. No, I don't think the government should raise our kids. No. I know that. And what do they teach over So you know how in the Constitution it says if a tyrannical government comes about, it is your duty to overthrow them? You know how it says that, right? But don't, man. How do you think she treated her parents at that age? You know what I mean? We all go. Dominic's doing it to us right now. He's treating us like crap. But it's just that we go through that stage, man, that teenager stage, you know, where you know everything. Maybe he thinks it's funny to be disrespectful. You know, the way he treats Caitlin, you know. I know what you're trying to say. It's okay. It's okay. one light on, left turn signal. You know, there's little shit that they do, right? And only they know those codes. And I see it at the truck stops too. They do weird shit with their trucks. I don't know what it means because I'm not a creep, but I see what they're doing. I see the weird cars pull up and shit like that. And if I ever see a kid get out, you better believe I'm going to get involved. I have never seen it so far, thank God. But
way station ahead.
Yeah, but I think once you have to be registered as that group, like they don't even want anything to do with you because they don't want to be guilty by association. Yep. So they don't want the heat, right? So I think that's why he was so adamant about not having the Sometimes.